All right, checking in on Canto 42 of Orlando Furioso. Must be I'm getting pretty close to the end here. In this section, we go back to Ronaldo, who, after all this stuff, is like, "Oh, I'm in love with Angelica too." Indeed, it recounts the stories of how they both drank out of fountains. Initially, Ronaldo drank out of the fountain of basically hate, or indifference, or yeah, kind of hate. Well, Angelica drank out of the fountain of love. So he hated her and she loved him, and no matter how she begged and pleaded, he wouldn't. He didn't want to be with her. And then they swapped fountains at some point and drank out of the opposite fountains. And Angelica is kind of like looks at him like a horror, like as a snake, creeping horror, like a snake. And Ronaldo is super in love with her, which is, I guess, is probably is a that's a commentary on love and how love is often at cross purposes, where one will love and one will hate, and how it can flip, or at least that emphasizes that kind of like the fickleness of that. Now the thing with this is that he learns from his the kind of the I'm assuming it's his yeah, his cousin. He learns this from cousin Malagigi, who also discovers what the fate of Angelica was, and that she's gone off with her lovers too, and how tells him too how he possessed her nude, and how the damsel's love for him began, and how they left European soil for good. And so he knows. And indeed, it's one of these things of when Ronaldo finds out, we do have that thing, that but when Ronaldo hears a sarsen has plucked the first fruits of a love so rare, such anguish and such torment rend his heart. He never in his life has known such a smart. So there's this whole super focus on Angelica was a virgin before being with the sarsen, who is, I've of course lost his name because that was weeks and weeks and weeks ago. But she's lost her virginity, and that is super important in these poems. It's, yeah, it's a thing. It's a thing, and it's a dumb thing, but that's what it is. So he decides he still wants to go east though, and I'm assuming it's to pursue Angelica regardless. I don't know what his thing. Eastward once more, he knew he must go. He doesn't say he's going after Angelica. He says that making his horse Biardo an excuse because Gradasso had taken it by, and they don't know what's happened to Gradasso at this point. So he's gonna go. He honor bound. So Ronaldo honor bound. This course must choose. Gradasso else would boast how with his lance he won the charger of a peer of France. So Charles grants him leave of absence, but leaving Paris he rode forth alone, with many a lover's sigh and many a groan. They're always sighing and groaning, those broken-hearted lovers. All right, I will stop there at stanza 43, and we'll continue on with stanza 44 of Orlando Furioso.